Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Said Dan channel. The banking system on a global level is on fire, but XRP is up along with the rest of the crypto asset class by and large, led by Bitcoin, which I'm perfectly happy to see. And it's amazing what's been happening. I'm going to share with you just a quick update here. I kind of have limited time, but there's no way I was going to not record a video upon seeing the incredible price action that we're getting today, with Bitcoin now above $28,000. And it continues to respond, well, crypto at large continues to respond very favorably to banks getting bought out and government, making sure the depositors are made whole as the banking system on a global scale continues just float down the river in a dumpster while on fire. So I'm just going to share with you a few quick things and perspectives from a few analysts in this video. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this, XRP is a hair shy of 39 cents. But just a bit earlier today, it did go above 40 cents. You got Bitcoin now at $28,442, which is pretty close to its 24-hour high, which happened just minutes ago, basically, at $28,479. You have the market cap for the asset class over 1.2 trillion. We haven't seen that for a hot minute. And Bitcoin dominance is climbing, which is exactly what you want to see from a recovery, because historically that you should come to expect. With Bitcoin dominance, 45.3% now. This is what you saw and so it could be to varying degrees. I mean, it was well, when you had alt season in 2017, for example, after Bitcoin's dominance was at its peak. Yeah, I get it in terms of the actual final number different, but directionally same. So when you're talking about what happened in 2017, I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but Bitcoin dominance was through the roof until suddenly it wasn't, because people then took profit from Bitcoin and it rolled into altcoins, including XRP, which then ran to its all-time high of almost $4. You saw similar behavior in 2021, although in terms of scale, I admit, and I would agree with you, yeah, it's different, but directionally, it did the same thing. Bitcoin dominance did what it did, and then goes back down. And so we're seeing Bitcoin lead the market, which is what we should come to expect based on historical precedent. And it is happening. Bitcoin's going through the roof, both in terms of dollars and in terms of Bitcoin dominance. You want that because, again, eventually that rolls into all the rest of the stuff that we hold. It's fantastic to see this. You got the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 63 out of 100. Market is absolutely in greed. And then there's this tweet from my fellow XRP YouTuber, the blockchain backer, who simply wrote, "Feels good, man. While everyone sold the bottom, we got it." And that's true. When we bottomed out, not that I hit the literal bottom, because I didn't. I mean, that's almost impossible, because the literal bottom's only there for like a second, basically. So that's an unrealistic goal. But after the FTX capitulation, I said, I don't know where the bottom is. Maybe it goes lower, but it's a capitulation event. I'm buying. And that was at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say, because we're now, approaching the later part of March, that was the bottom. That was very clearly the bottom. My only caveat, which I continue to maintain, is if the economy completely craters or there's some sort of black swan event unforeseen, then yes, we're going to see new lows. Fine. But that's always the case. That's always going to be the case. Bitcoin's and crypto in general, risk on assets, got it. But outside of that happening, no. And that's why you're seeing, I was mentioning this yesterday, it's still true. In fact, this just highlights the point even further, that with crypto being risk on assets in general, including XRP, the fact that the government is making sure depositors are made whole, the fact that banks are being bought out by other banks, yes, of course that bodes well for crypto. But if you saw the government not protecting investors and banks absolutely failing without getting bought out by competitors, do you think Bitcoin and XRP and all the other cryptos would be doing well? I argue no. I think it's very plainly obvious the answer is no, but there's some that just love to ride this false narrative. I think it's false narrative anyway, of, banks fall apart, it means that Bitcoin go up. I'm like, no. It's getting into the nuance. It's a little more complex than that. Yes, banks are effectively on fire, a lot of them anyway. But what's actually happening here? The government's stepping in, and other banks are buying other banks. And the market's like that with these risk on assets. So that's my perspective. It's okay if anybody out there disagrees, that's fine. But you are wrong, damn it, no. Although if you really do believe that, I think it's a fun topic of conversation. And if you've got a compelling case, I'm totally willing to be persuaded. I just don't see it right now. That's all I'm saying. There's this tweet from chart analyst Credible Crypto. "Waking up to Bitcoin price higher than when I went to sleep is one of the many joys of life. Yes, it is. Bitcoin is not even almost my favorite cryptocurrency, but I'm pro Bitcoin and I've been holding it since November 2017. And I know it leads markets, and I know that ends up resulting in the rest of my crypto doing very well. So this is what you would expect in a bull market, and this is what you want to see. I love seeing this. This is absolutely fantastic for all of us in crypto. And then somebody responded to him named Bishop Sycamore 85 wrote, concerned that Bitcoin dominance too strong, that track and HBAR possibly lag or stay dormant? Which, by the way, so he's talking about two different cryptocurrencies there. Are you concerned about Bitcoin dominance being too strong and then altcoins not going to perform well? And so, fair enough question. And Credible Crypto did answer. It applies to XRP and every altcoin, though, which is why I wanted to highlight this. Incredible Crypto responded and wrote, most alts lag while Bitcoin pumps. It's when Bitcoin cools off that alts start moving. And coins like Track are in a prime position to move when the time is right because they are consolidating above major support after clean breakouts. Just have to be a little patient. Now, that is sure as hell true. That has always been the case. And I'm going to be patient AF. I am very good at being patient. I've been holding crypto for over 5 years, never cashed out into United States dollars, and I'm not the least bit, not even a little tiny ounce of impatience coming from Moon Family Sedan here. I'm waiting to become Moon Lambo again. It's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. So I don't mind one bit. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to out-patient every single other human on the planet. If that's what it takes, that's what I'm going to do. Happy to do it. And then there's this from on-chain analyst Will Clemente, who wrote, he shared this chart. It's just a Bitcoin USD chart. He said, as it currently stands, this is the best performing week for Bitcoin since April 2019, when it ran from $3,000 to $14,000 in short order. Absolutely. Happy to see it again. And then there was this from a popular, what would you call her? It's just kind of like she analyzes all sorts of things having to do with finance in general. Her name's Genevieve, I'm going to butcher the last name, Roach Dectar, ? I don't know, CFA. And so she tweeted out the following to her 366,000 followers. Breaking, UBS has agreed to buy Credit Suisse for more than $2 billion, according to the Financial Times. Credit Suisse was a $7 billion company on Friday. Now, I'm no mathematician, but Friday sounds strikingly similar or exactly like 2 days ago. $7 billion 2 days ago, and then it sold for $2 billion today. Yes, markets continue to respond very favorably as a result of this. That's the point that I've been making. That's why I think people have this false narrative of Bitcoin. Oh, well, banks are on fire and collapsing. That's why Bitcoin's doing what? No. Let's get into the nuts and bolts here. It's because they're being taken care of as they fall apart. They're on fire, sure, we're going to agree on that part, but they're being taken care of by other banks in the market, which just makes mega banks, even more mega bankier. And then on top of that, it's just the government making sure depositors are made whole, which you would expect them to do. Because if not, the entire banking system falls apart without that. And the banking system is a trust system. The government's not going to allow that. Of course they're not. Inflation be damned. Whatever it takes, they're not going to let it fall apart. It's on fire, but they're not going to just be like, yeah, we're just not going to bail out anybody. Everything can fall apart. Then you don't have a country. They're not going to do that. Which is why I keep hammering on this point, this false narrative people have. But here's a headline from CNN. UBS is buying Credit Suisse in bid to halt banking crisis. Switzerland's biggest bank, UBS, has agreed to buy its ailing rival Credit Suisse in an emergency rescue deal aimed at stemming financial market panic unleashed by the failure of two American banks earlier this month. UBS today announced the takeover of Credit Suisse, the Swiss National Bank said in a statement. This takeover was made possible with the support of the Swiss federal government, the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, and the Swiss National Bank, the central bank added. It said the rescue would, quote, secure financial stability and protect the Swiss economy, end quote. UBS is paying 3 billion Swiss francs, which is $3.25 billion, for Credit Suisse, about 60% less than the bank was worth when markets closed on Friday. Credit Suisse shareholders will be largely wiped out, receiving just one UBS share for 22.5 Credit Suisse shares they own. Yikes. Extraordinarily, the deal will not need the approval of shareholders after the Swiss government agreed to change the law so that it can be completed rapidly. This is astonishing stuff here. This really, truly is. And so, crypto market speculators like this. They like the banks not completely crumbling and falling apart. If the banks were actually crumbling and falling apart and depositors weren't taken care of, crypto markets wouldn't like that. Not in today. Now, maybe that changes in the future and crypto gets treated differently in the future, but it never has in the last 14 years that it has existed. So, is what it is, man. I don't mind this one bit. Are you not entertained? It's like that Russell Crowe movie Gladiator. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained. I'm entertained AF, man. This is good times. I am so happy I'm in crypto. It's volatile AF, and I understand that people can't, so many, your typical retail speculator can't handle this stuff. Just think back to November of last year. All the panic selling. And I was like, no, you can take my money. I'll buy your fear. No problem. And now I'm up substantially from those levels. This is so fun. Seriously, are you having fun yet? Because this is fun. Even if things go back to the downside, because nothing goes up in a straight line forever, okay. And if I'm sufficiently enticed to buy because prices tank, okay, cool. Twist my arm and take my money again. So I don't mind one little baby boo bit here, but damn, this is a good time. And again, I'll just say it one more time before wrapping up here. Unless we see something completely unexpected that wrecks global markets in a way that just the economy is just faltering and collapse, all that stuff, without that type of black swan event, crypto is going to continue to trend to the upside. That's what I believe is most probable anyway. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I've been saying that for months on end. I think that is what's most probable. I mean, crypto's been a rocket ship this year. And I am here for it. And on top of that, for XRP holders, probably about to get a lot better because we're going to get a ruling very soon in the SEC v. Ripple case. And I don't know what's going to happen, of course, but there's a very real chance that when that news breaks, if it's what we're hoping it is, you could see XRP become an actual rocket ship, figuratively. But I don't know for sure. I mean, we could get some bad news too, but I'm optimistic on that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon family sedan.